tea, but it's just boiled. And I thought, I've got to shoot this video really quickly. And it's a case of just getting traction and seeing where it develops. So created the v10studios.com Facebook page and group. Maybe last week, worked on the design, still working on it, and for the logos and branding and so on, and colours and one thing and another. So working on that, and it just brought my attention to, I'm getting a nice kind of workflow going, whereas I was helping somebody else out with just some design ideas. So I've been using I use Adobe. Let's move that over there. So I use Adobe Illustrator and things for it. And it kind of made me think about a little thing here where when you're iterating designs and so on, little things like this, like your spacing in between, your overall space, where how's it kind of feel, and are you looking for a blocky thing? And I think when I'm using the word architect, I think that's appropriate, really. Do I want fluid or not, or do I want it just solid, and does that convey solidness and like trust and so on, and just interest and nice geometrical lines and so on. So yeah, but the little thing was like placing it in the middle, lower down to the page, or above at the page. So I'm just going to post them up and just show my workflow and thought process. I'm kind of edging towards the middle and having larger bottom space. However, when I first actually did this, it was the opposite. There was a lot of space at the top, white space at the top, which kind of helps as well, kind of helps it breathe, I suppose, if you will. Yeah, so it brought me on to then this, which is the creating a Facebook page, creating content for the Facebook page and using ChatGPT to help generate that content. So what I did was I asked it for two. So here's my prompt. It's I didn't go typing it. Nope, just go straight into dictation and talk to ChatGPT, and it's really cool. It's kind of fun in a way, and it's like, hey chat. So you kind of just brainstorming, and it's like such like a real personal assistant, but more educated than me and so on. So yeah. But the best thing is it formats everything in the correct method and so on. So I asked it to create two posts, one for the Facebook page and one for the Facebook group. And I was copying the first one, and I didn't pay attention initially. I was copying and pasting it into the group one. But then I looked at the content and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. So the Facebook page is how it's, if you'll notice, like with the headline there, and then the Facebook group is let's talk funnel architecture. So engagement and community driven. And I'm like, oh my God, this brings back the kind of things where Ryan Dice, Russell Brunson, Dan Kennedy, and so on, the message to market match. And so whoever you're kind of talking to, you frame it in that way, insofar as that culture speak, if you will, depending what, if I were doing this for say I did a band design or something or other, well, it'd be a bit different. It won't be as kind of, I suppose, formal or friendly. It'll be something different, something with a bit of an edge, to blend in with that crowd. So yeah, I just thought, quick video, show this, work in progress, and we'll see where it leads. So it's daily, as Tony Robbins here, my man, it says it's making them little changes daily, and Kaizen is in Japan, with never-ending improvements, little steps each time, just a little tweak. reminds me about I was helping somebody with, so they had this cool design, and yes, I haven't got it there. Anyway, they had a cool design, and I made just one kind of little difference. So we had the word skyline, and then above the eye, we had that. So as you just saw the stroke of the eye. I'll have to try and get this actually. Where has it gone? Yeah, I think I have closed it down. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. So let's have a quick look, and I'll just show you if it does it. There we go. So it would just, I'd changed out the colours and everything. You know, I just thought from being red, everything were kind of red. I thought, well, skyline, you know, to me it's kind of resembling blue and so on. This being a mountain or an iceberg or whichever, but then your arrows kind of directing you over to skyline. So in a way, I could either change this. So let's do this now, actually, while we're talking design at the same time. So let's just duplicate that. So as I've got my copy there, and if we could just go into this and change the color to the same one which we had earlier. Let's have a look. Right, so yeah, let's just see if I can. Okay, yeah, let's flick that over. Command Z. Okay, that'll do. Let's have a look. So, yeah, we just might need to knock that up to say 2 points. There. So it's these subtle differences where it can really enhance an image and so on. I'm just zooming in there because I'm pretty sure that's not square. No, it isn't. So, however, and little things like that. Is it better having that slight little edge, or is it better square, or should we have it as this? So this image was image traced, so that's why it's not actually, you know, sharp and text. And I was just doing a quick mock-up with it. So yeah, and I think when you compare them side by side like that, in one way, the darker stroke on there kind of groups that and this together. Whereas this, I do kind of like it. It's nice and light, if you will. Maybe the color could be just a shade lighter, or shade, yeah, just a shade lighter, maybe a bit more transparent or something or other, just so as it kind of balances out. But all in all, you know, that's their design, not mine. And I like it, really like what they've done and things. But yeah, just thought I'd share that with you all. And let's get off and have a cup of tea. See y'all later. Bye.